The sun's overhead, sky so blue, palm trees sway as the smoke drifts through. Pack the bowl, take it slow, blazing in the breeze, let the heart flow. Ocean waves crash on the shore, feel the rhythm, who could ask for more? In the cove we live with ease, blazing in the breeze, feel the peace. Blazing in the breeze where the sun shines bright, cannabis clouds float into the light. Feel the warmth, let your mind unwind, blazing in the breeze, leave the stress behind. Brass notes sing, steel drums keep time as the breeze rolls in, everything's in line. Blazing in the breeze where the day feels right, light it up, let it take flight. Feel the smoke, it's smooth and sweet, the sun's still high, the moment's complete. Spark it up, let the worries fade, blazing in the breeze where good times are made. Afternoon light, golden and warm, in the cove it's where we transform. Take your time, there's no need to run, blazing in the breeze under the sun. Blazing in the breeze where the sun shines bright, cannabis clouds float into the light. Feel the warmth, let your mind unwind, blazing in the breeze, leave the stress behind. Brass notes sing, steel drums keep time as the breeze rolls in, everything's in line. Blazing in the breeze where the day feels right, light it up, let it take flight. Let the high roll as the breeze rolls by, in the cove under an open sky. Sun's still high and the vibe is strong, blazing in the breeze where you belong. Blazing in the breeze where the sun shines bright, cannabis clouds floating into the light. Feel the warmth, let your mind unwind, blazing in the breeze, leave the stress behind. Brass notes sing, steel drums keep time as the breeze rolls in, everything's in line. Blazing in the breeze where the day feels right, light it up, let it take flight.
Wake up, tune in, it's a brand new day. Cove TV's here, come on, let's play. With coffee in hand and good vibes too, cannabis and community, all just for you. COVE, we're your TV, the place to be for good times naturally. Game shows and laughs with the crew, Cove TV's got it all, and it's all for you. Afternoon rolls in, it's time to chill. Marbles and ducks, the excitement's real. From shit to hang until dark, Cove TV's where the fun leaves a mark. COVE, we're your TV, the place to be for bedtimes naturally. Game shows and laughs with the crew, Cove TV's got it all, and it's all for you. As evening falls, the energy's high. Dodgeball games and words that fly. Real word, fake word, and stoner roulette. Cove TV brings the fun you won't forget. COVE, we're your TV, the place to be for bedtimes naturally. Game shows and laughs with the crew, Cove TV's got it all, and it's all for you. Weekend arrives, it's time to unwind. Recaps and races, the best you'll find. From duck racing to friendly fights, Cove TV makes your weekend bright. COVE, we're your TV, the place naturally. Game shows and laughs with the crew. Cove TV's got it all, and it's all for you. So light up and relax, let the good vibes flow. With Cove TV, there's always more to show. From morning to night, we're here to stay, bringing you the best every single day. C-O-V-E, we're your TV, the place to be for good times naturally. Game shows and laughs with the crew. Cove TV's got it all, and it's all for you. In your eyes, I see you shining bright like the morning skies. That's got its ups and downs, its twists and turns, but every step you take is a lesson learned. When the road gets rough and you feel unsure, just know you're a fighter, you're meant to endure. Beanz is here to say you're doing just fine. You got the heart, the strength, you've got the shine. Beanz hopes you have a wonderful day. You're amazing, don't forget, in every way. When life gets tough, just remember this truth. You're strong, you're brave, and you've got the proof. Every challenge you face, every mountain you climb, shows the power within every single time. So smile, stand tall, don't be led astray. Beanz hopes you have a wonderful day. You've got that courage, you've got that fire. You're the kind of person who lifts others higher. When the weight feels heavy and the path seems long, remember you're built to be tough and strong. You're a rock star, a warrior, no need to pretend. You got the grit and the heart to the very end. So go out and conquer whatever comes your way. Beanz knows you've got this every single day. Beanz hopes you have a wonderful day. You're amazing, don't forget, in every way. When life gets tough, just remember this truth. You're strong, you're brave, and you've got the proof. Every challenge you face, every mountain you climb, shows the power within every single time. So smile, stand tall, don't be led astray. Beanz hopes you have a wonderful day. When the world feels heavy and you're feeling low, just take a deep breath and let that strength show. You're not just surviving, you're living out loud. Be proud of who you are, stand tall and be proud. Life's just a test of how far you've come. You're shining like the brightest sun. So keep your head high, let the worries fade. Beanz is cheering you on every step of the way. You have a wonderful day. You're amazing, don't forget, in every way. When life gets tough, just remember this truth. You're strong, you're brave, and you've got the proof. Every challenge you face, every mountain you climb, shows the power within every single time. So smile, stand tall, don't be led astray. Beanz hopes you have a wonderful day. Hey you, yeah, you're gonna be okay. Beanz believes in you each and every day. So go out there, shine, let nothing get in your way. Beanz hopes you have a wonderful, wonderful day.
sun breaks through, it's a brand new day. Cove TV's here to brighten your way. Coffee brews, the rhythm feels right. Spark your morning, let's take flight. Feel the buzz, let the energy ignite. We're your crew, bringing morning delight. So grab your cup and let it flow. Cove TV Morning, let's start the show. Coming up next is the show you know. Cove TV Morning, where good vibes grow. Hit that like, don't forget to share. Wake the world, let's go anywhere.
What up, everybody? Good Thursday morning. What up, Man-Bear?
You know, I'd say 4 or 5 coat weather. It's about 5 degrees Fahrenheit, but we good.
Dang, you got me by 6 degrees. We're at 11 degrees this morning. Cheers, everybody. I hope everybody's having a wonderful start to their Thursday. Good morning, my beautiful, amazing Amber. How are you, dear? I hope you're having a wonderful morning.
Good morning, Mindy Jane. What's up? Happy Thursday.
Good morning, Kay. How are you? Hope you're having a wonderful day.
Good morning, Crystal. What's up?
Good morning, Ma. How are you? I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful morning.
Good morning, Vicki. What's up?
Good morning, Double Dice Brad. I hope you're having a wonderful morning. If you are still rocking with us, can you drop that word friends for our Getting Stoned words?
What's up, Hanny? How are you doing? Oh, from the YouTubular side. What's up?
What up, DJ Ash? How are you doing this morning? I hope you're having a wonderful morning.
What's going on, Christina? How are you doing?
Good morning, James. How are you, man? I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful morning. Man-Bear?
Sorry. Good morning, Bill. How are you doing, Superman? What's up, man?
Good morning, CJ. How are you? I hope you're having a wonderful morning.
Good morning, Chris Draper. How are you doing? Oh, man, have a great day at work, man. We'll catch you later. We got lots going on. Turf Wars tonight.
Good morning, Dee. How are you? I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful morning. I hope everybody's starting their day off to an incredible start. Let's smoke our morning bowl, everybody. Cheers, everybody.
Where mornings glow, a place where hearts find room to grow. Coffee's brewing, the day feels right, sparking joy in the morning light. Palm trees sway, skies painted blue, every moment feels alive and true. We gather here, a paradise divine, in the Cove, where vibes align. It's good to see you, the day begins, in the Cove, where connection wins. Cannabis clouds and sunshine's kiss, together we rise, in a morning like this. ocean whispers, the breeze runs free. A canvas painted with tranquility. Coffee warms as the herb ignites, uniting souls in the cove's delight. Golden sunlight kisses the shore, a rhythm of peace that we all adore. Together we dream, together we stay. The Cove lights our path each day. It's good to see you, the day begins. In the Cove, where connection wins. Cannabis clouds and sunshine's kiss. Together we rise in a morning like this.
Booyah, Kasha, Mr. Magic X. Hope you're having a wonderful morning, Mr. Magic. Good morning, Deb. How are you, dear? Hope you're having a wonderful morning. Good morning, Randy. How are you? Hope you're having a wonderful morning. All right, so see where the sun's coming out, like the sun hits on the horizon? Okay, look straight down the reflection line to the shore, okay?
Okay.
So you see where the sun shows where the water barely hits the shore?
Yeah.
Okay, now keep going down just a little bit from that. It looks like a footprint, right?
Yeah.
It's not a footprint. Something is digging something right there.
Motherfucker. It's a bird. It's a plane. No, it's a seagull.
I think it's a crab or a turtle. But
Ooh.
when we were smoking, I saw it throw some sand up, and I'm like, what the fuck was that? So yeah, if you look where the sun hits the horizon and goes straight down, if you keep looking down, there's a fucking one little weird footprint right there. That's not a footprint. That is totally something digging something. I don't know.
That's awesome. He always notices these things, man. I remember the one time, the day that it looped, he's like, no.
Nope.
He saw the loop.
So I did find, so this is not live, but this dude fucking time lapses like every morning, the sunrise every morning. And like, you'll find more fucking, oh no, dude. Oh no. Oh my gosh. I don't know if we can watch this.
What just happened? I missed
Nothing, but that fucking birds are getting close to that turtle.
Is it a turtle? You don't even know it's a turtle. It could be like one of them fucking velociraptors or whatever.
Annie, if you're still rocking with us, you would be our next getting stoned worder. Do you want to drop that word friends? If Brad, you're not rocking with us, boat. Man, so yeah, turtle, digging holes and shit. Hopefully he gets under the sand for them birds get his ass.
Yeah, they're like walking by, like, we ain't going at you, we ain't going at you. Ha!
Right, don't touch the hole.
Yeah, get away from my hole. That sounds so wrong. I stopped myself.
Morning update for Thursday, January 2nd, 2020 something or another. Hope everybody's having a wonderful, wonderful start to their day. The fucking dad wheel got the goddamn trophy back yesterday. Gosh, sorry, Crystal. Gosh dang trophy back yesterday. And we'll have to deal with that now all weekend until Monday. We'll have dodgeball registration this morning-ish after Dodgeball News Network, and this afternoon, all of the team captains get their first picks of whether they want to stay team captains or transfer, whatever the case may be. We'll have our morning speaker our This Day in History with Vicki Bowers, as always. We'll have our morning speaker this morning. We'll do some Dodgeball News Network. And this afternoon, we'll just hang out and we'll do some dodgeball registration. Annie, welcome back. Do you want to drop that word friends? You would be our next getting stoned worder. Turf Wars tonight. She's wearing like week 29, I want to say, of Turf Wars. And but I'm very excited for dodgeball. There's a few small changes, but nothing too crazy. I think everybody's going to be excited for the new changes. We are 2 minutes out. Make sure you're packing up. What the fuck was that? That was weird.
Yeah, what the fuck was that?
Did you hear that too?
Well, something. I heard something, yeah.
I don't know. But
Is that
2
your
minutes
dog?
out, everybody. Make sure you're packing up, rolling up, heating up, lighting up, grind up. Don't light up. We're not ready yet.
No.
Give me 1
Get
minute.
ready,
I
Jake.
just get the fuck
1
out.
minute. Oh, it just went 1 minute. As soon as he was like 1 minute, mine was like roll over. So is Canadian and American time different? Or are we pretty much all on the same? I always wonder that. They always talk about the conversion in that. I just wonder, like I heard of people measuring rulers because they were off, and so then if you use that one ruler, it wouldn't, measure correctly. But is it the same thing with like American Canadian time? I don't know. Maybe it's too early. Maybe it's too cold out. Who knows? That's right. We are in the final countdown. Beanz is going to find out what that mystery noise was. When he hears something, if you don't hear it, when his head turns like that. Normally he's just doing the soccer back and forth with his screens, but that was a full on.
You heard it too? Happy 420, everybody. Oh, not yet, but close. I thought Morgan was stretching something.
That's what I thought. I thought it was your dog.
No, it was not. It's 19 here. That's
yeah. Okay,
weird.
I was joking. I was like, Canadian American time. Is there a conversion? No. Oh, there we go.
Happy 420, everybody. I don't know what the fuck it was, but I think we're all right. We'll find out. I get attacked by like a fucking Wolverine or something.
Smoke weed every day.
Badgerine. Oh, I'm good.
Yeah, fine, flu. What? Ugh. I think it brained my damage. Oh.
Oh man.
Yeah. You bringing me up all like, hey, I'm coughing. It's Man-Bear's nose dab time. I'm like, okay, fuck it. See? Like,
Oh.
yep.
Much love, Bill. Much love, Kay.
Yeah.
You guys are all right.
Oh, yeah.
I'm glad I did the morning update already.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck
I know.
we're doing.
Dude, Bill, man, I'm telling you, Bill, when I'm stressed out, I will sit here with like a scoop and Rihanna hit here. I will hit Rihanna here harder. Like I will hit Rihanna here harder than Chris Brown. I will hit Rihanna harder like she owes me money. When I'm stressed out, Bill, you cannot get stoned. It's true. You gotta somehow almost kind of half de-stress before you smoke, which is hard because I use smoking for the de-stress mechanism. But if you're already stressed going into smoking, man, you ain't gonna get that baked. I'm just saying. Your adrenaline's running you basically when you're in a state of stress, anxiety, and emotional overload.
I forgot what I was gonna say.
It's okay. It's those nose dabs. We allow it when you do those now. If you weren't doing nose dabs, though, there's absolutely no excuse to not forget what the hell you're talking about. But you're good. Great Thursday morning.
Yeah, it's gonna be a great morning, day, turf wars. I'm super excited. I wish we could just start the day with dodgeball shit, but we can't. Good morning, Giggler. How are you, man? I hope you're having a good morning.
I don't normally do the nose dab things in the morning, but damn.
Good morning, Erica. It's a great way to start your day.
Pretty sure I just burped out smoke. I burped smoke. I burped smoke. Was that time you burped and blew out a fucking cloud of smoke? That's hilarious.
So to Bill and everybody, don't forget you can't blame yourself for the shit you can't control.
Yep.
And
go ahead.
In a sense, you can't blame yourself for the shit you can't control because of decisions you made in the past now that something may or may not be out of your control. Because, I mean, like, it's not going to do you any good. Hindsight's cost 50 cents. So,
you know, I go through the same thing, Bill, man. I get a lot of shit for bad decisions from my past, and it's hard to rise above them sometimes because people keep bringing them up, and you're like, yeah, I know, I admitted I did wrong, I made a mistake, but you know what? I'm trying to move forward in a positive manner. Stop bringing it up. You know, for me, I'm saying.
Bag. When I was like in my early 20s, late teens,
yeah,
I was kind of a garbage human being. I'm a for those that don't know, I'm a felon. I have a felony for burglary. For second-degree burglars.
I don't know the degrees, so like, I mean, it's still just burglary to me.
Okay, so third-degree burglary is breaking into an unoccupied building. Second-degree burglary is breaking into a building with occupants in it.
Oh, that's so weird. The American versus
I was
Canadian
super
law.
fucked up. There was a lot of drugs and a lot of like bad decision making. But
there's you don't have to make
first-degree burglary is like burglary with like a weapon and shit like that, which I did.
Oh, like intent to, like intent.
Real, like,
burglary with intent. I'm not gonna go farther than that. Burglary with intent. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
But yeah, I mean, but I was 19, 18. I think I just turned 19. I said 30, you know, whatever. And so, like, yeah, for real, like, my life is all crazy because of maybe that. I don't know.
I'll tell you now, and I said this the other day. I laughed about how I was baptized without permission, but I really think I joke about it. But like, I've never been arrested with my friends back home. You know what I mean? Like, they were always like, hey, let's go do this. I'm like, nah, I gotta go work at McDonald's tomorrow. Like, it was the dumbest excuses why I couldn't go and hang out with them, right? But I always made that dumb, more safe decision. They're like, you never lived life. I was like, I never lived life. What are you talking about, man? I just didn't do the crazy, almost criminal side of life. You know what I mean? I never got to that because of weed, skateboarding, and like part-time jobs. For real.
I sat my time in jail. I was on probation for like super supervised probation for 5 years. Yeah. Basically, the judge was like, I was super young. I had nothing ever on my record. And the judge, in a sense, basically like was like, here's the situation. Like, I'm going to kind of cut you some slack, but like in the next 5 years, if you fuck up, I will throw the book at you.
Yeah.
When I was in, the charges were out of Iowa. I lived in Minnesota. So the judge was like, oh, you're an out of state, are going to come to our state and fuck with shit. And yeah.
Oh, yeah. They don't like that.
Oh, Mindy's first nose dab.
Uh-oh.
That's a heck of a way to start the day. Anyway, yeah, back to the point of don't beat yourself up for like shit that you may or may not have done or not done or been able to control in that situation. I don't know.
Two things. You can't be blamed for your past. You know, like your past doesn't define your future, and your failures do not define you. Your failures do not.
I will say there's a handful of shit that's unforgivable. But that's shit that we do not talk about on the morning, like on the Cove.
Yeah.
Like,
but you can't live your life in past regret. You can't live your life in the past being like, I did that in the past, so I'm going to do that in the future. That's such a negative process of thinking. You can't. You have to leave that shit in the past, just like we're leaving 2024 in the past, whether it was good or bad.
Yeah, absolutely.
2020, whether it was good or bad. That's I got to say that because not everybody had a bad or a good 2024. It was, different for everybody.
Well, it's, you got to remember and reflect, but like for educational purposes only.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to lie. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, so let's play a song and then we'll dive into the state history. I've been loving this one. This is such a good song. I don't know.
I'm excited.
Strike the flame, let the ember ignite. A spark of truth in the heart of the night. Rolling waves meet the sky so wide. In the cove where we let the world collide. Pass it around, let the moment stay. The cove's a beacon, lighting the way. Every puff rituals here, a bond so tight, rolling together under soft starlight. The fire burns, it warms our soul. In the cove we all feel whole. Light the way, let the spark take flight. Take flight. Through the haze, we shine so bright. Cannabis skies, where hearts align. Hearts align. Light the way, it's our time to unwind. Watch the magic glow. A ritual only the cove will know. From bongs to blunts, it's all the same. The spark unites us, it's not a game. Sip your coffee, feel the rise. The morning haze meets golden skies. Cannabis clouds float high above. The cove is a haven of light and love. Hand to hand, the circle flows. A place where only good vibes grow. Feel the rhythm, let it stay. Together in the cove, we light the way. Light the way, let the spark take flight. Take flight. Through the haze, we shine so bright. Cannabis skies, where hearts align. Hearts align. Light the way, it's our time to unwind.
The way, let the spark take flight. Take flight. Through the haze, we shine so bright.
Cannabis skies, where hearts align. Light the way, it's our time to unwind.
Much love, everybody. Good morning, Stephanie. How are you? I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful Thursday morning.
Oh, shit. That's excellent, you guys. I love to hear those stories. It's so hard to overcome stuff, but it's great when you hear that. Oh. Ooh.
Man, sometimes the nose dabs, I get that, Crystal. I did a lot of things in the old snooter.
Oh, what the heck? Yeah, I think this is the only thing I've nose dabbed out of is Rihanna. But yeah, when I was doing dabs and actually doing real nose dabs, oh yeah, you pull some resin out of there. Do not smoke it. Not like I tried. I didn't try it. I swear. I didn't do it. No, I didn't.
All right, everybody, here we go. This day in history with the most dopest ass Vicki Bowers, everybody. Here we go.
Welcome to this day in history for January 2nd. I'm so glad that you're here to join with me as we learn a new word, explore some fascinating moments from history, recognize a cultural creative, and learn about a clever, quirky song. So whether you're here for historical tidbits, linguistic insights, or just to learn something new, there's something for everyone. Settle in, grab your favorite bev, and let's get started. Hi there, and welcome to this day in history for January 2nd. January 2nd is the second day of the year in the Gregorian calendar, with 363 days remaining to the end of the year, or 364 if it happens to be a leap year. Today's word is mordant. Mordant can be a noun, an adjective, and has also been used as a verb, although that has fallen out of use. As a noun, mordant means a substance, such as a chemical used in dyeing or etching to fix colors or design onto materials. As an adjective, it means having a sharp or critical quality, biting or caustic, often used in a witty or satirical manner. As a verb, it meant to treat a material with a mordant. More commonly used in terms of dyeing fabric, an example sentence might be, when creating tie-dye t-shirts, it's best to use a mordant to ensure the dye adheres properly to the fabric. Example sentences as an adjective might be, her mordant remarks during the debate cut through the pretenses of her opponent's arguments. Or the comedian's mordant wit left the audience laughing, but also rethinking their own assumptions. The word mordant comes to us from French, Latin before that, where it meant biting or to bite or sting. First known use of the word mordant is in the 1400s, primarily as a term in dyeing and fabric work. Mordant. The word mordant was requested by YouTube viewer at T. Ramsire. Thanks, Teresa. And if you have a word you'd like us to examine in this Word of the Day segment, drop it in the comments. We'll take a look at it. And with that, on January 2nd, 1788, Georgia became the fourth state to ratify the United States Constitution, making it the fourth state of the Union. Georgia is the 24th largest state in area, 8th most populous, and Atlanta is Georgia's capital and largest city. The Atlanta metropolitan area contains more than half the population of the entire state, and is the 8th most populous metropolitan area in the United States. Georgia was initially founded in 1732 as the province of Georgia and became a British royal colony in 1752. The state was named after King George II of Great Britain, who will have been the king who issued that charter authorizing its establishment. Georgia's nickname is the Peach State, and you'll see evidence of this in names like Peachtree Street. Georgia's state flower is a variety of rose, commonly known as the Cherokee rose. The flowers look like little wild roses, but are actually 2.5 to nearly 4 inches across, 6 to 10 centimeters for my metric friends. Georgia's state bird is the brown thrasher. State tree is the live oak. an oak tree with slender, glossy leaves. And Georgia is also associated with the Vidalia onion and peanuts. Happy Statehood Day, Georgia. This is the birthday of American singer, songwriter, musician, and actor Roger Miller, born January 2nd, 1936. Best known for his honky-tonk influenced novelty songs, he had several very popular songs, and if you're familiar with who Roger Miller is, there's probably one of those songs going through your head right now. He was born in Fort Worth, Texas. His daddy passed away when Roger was about a year old. The country and the people were in the throes of what would come to be known as the Great Depression at the time, and his mother, worried about how they would survive, took her children to live with relatives up in Oklahoma. So Roger grew up on a farm outside of Erick, Oklahoma. After a stint in the U.S. Army, he played and sang wherever and whenever he could, and signed his first contract in 1958. Over the course of his career, Roger Miller released some 91 albums and 52 singles. 3 of his singles hit #1, and those were Dang Me, King of the Road, and England Swings. Roger Miller only lived to the age of 56, dying in 1992 of lung cancer. Roger Miller. Now, Roger Miller did have a gift for capturing imagery and writing humorous songs. King of the Road good-naturedly describes the day-to-day life of a traveling hobo who doesn't have much, but revels in his freedom, calls himself King of the Road. King of the Road was released in 1965 and hit #1 on the U.S. country chart, #4 on the Billboard Hot 100, serving as a crossover piece for him. Roger Miller won 5 Grammy Awards for this song, King of the Road, by Roger Miller. Link in the description. And there you have it, a little slice of January 2nd. It is amazing how much history can be packed into one day. Thank you so much for spending these few minutes with me today. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who loves learning just as much as you do. You can also check out the link in the description for Roger Miller's iconic song, King of the Road. Hope you'll join me again as we continue our journey through time tomorrow. Until then, take care and stay curious. And I think that's going to do it for us today. Thank you so much for watching. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Feel free to share this video with a link in your email, messaging, or social media. If you enjoy this series, you can check out the playlist that contains these videos. I'll put a link to that in the description. That playlist lives on YouTube, so for other platforms, I'll include a link to my blog page. It's called No Really. You can also find me on Rumble, BitChute, and Odyssey. All those links in that description. Alrighty, that's all I can think of right now. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.
Much love, Vicki. I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful day wherever you are. Please make sure that you are following This Day in History with Vicki Bowers on Facebook. Make sure you subscribe to her YouTube. Much love, Vicki. We appreciate This Day in History every single morning. And here is the link for today's song.
I didn't think I knew it until I said King of the Road more than once, and now King of the Road. Like, I heard the tune, when you I don't know that song. Like, wait a second. Yes, I freaking do. That took me back. I'm pretty sure my grandma used to listen to that when I was really young.
Yeah, it's a great song.
Yeah, it is a great song. Yep. And that's hilarious. It's actually about what was it? Well, they said like a homeless guy on the road and traveling. And I hate to say it. It reminds me of Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back and George Carlin's best part in a movie ever.
Yeah, I don't mind Georgia, but I just want to say, on the record, go Gators.
Roll Tide! Roll Tide! Sorry.
Great, the same history. Let's
yeah. He's like, I don't know. Those nose dabs really hit me weird.
We'll do another song, and then we'll see where we're at with our morning.
Sounds good, buddy.
Cheers, everybody. Good morning, Nikki. How are you, sir? Good morning. I hope you're having a wonderful morning. Good morning, Kimmy. How are you? I hope you're having a wonderful morning. Cheers, everybody.
Breathe it, let it flow, feel the rhythm rise. Clouds drift higher, painting the skies. The spark ignites, the vibe takes hold. Elevating minds, breaking the mold. Feel the frequencies, let them align. A wave of calm, divine design. Through every hit, through every sound. In the cove, we're heaven bound. We're feeling high frequencies, floating so free. Through the smoke and rhythm, it's pure energy. Let the bass line guide, let the moment ignite. Vibrations connect us, the vibe feels right. The beat connects us, a symphony of minds. Each spark a moment, the rhythm aligns. Cannabis clouds in the neon glow, dancing to waves only we know. Let the music guide, let it amplify. In the cove where spirits fly. Every pulse, every beat, every note. High frequencies keep us afloat. We're feeling high frequencies, floating so free. Through the smoke and rhythm, it's pure energy. Let the bass line guide, let the moment ignite. Vibrations connect us, the vibe feels right. We're feeling high frequencies. Feeling high frequencies. We're feeling high frequencies. We're feeling high frequencies. We're feeling high frequencies. Saw the sample of minds. Each spark of moment, the rhythm aligns. Cannabis clouds in the neon glow, dancing to waves only we know. Let the music guide, let it amplify. In the cove where spirits fly. Every pulse, every beat, every note. High frequencies keep us afloat.
Oof.
The first one was fairly in time. That one not so much.
Yeah. What?
What?
We're live?
What?
Shit, you didn't tell me we were live. Oh dear, I'm choking
Oh,
my
this
brain
is
out.
dope.
Oh, what did he find? That says I found something dope.
Oh my, that's not good. That's gonna seizure somebody.
Oh, he found a
It
flash.
looked cool. The thumbnail looked cool, but I cannot show you guys that. I don't want nobody doing no fishing.
Yeah. No 8 crazy nights.
Oh
No happy
man.
here every morning. Oh, fuck.
Okay, I'm in laser shows now. We need to get out of this wormhole real quickly.
He's like, no stabs don't affect me. What are you talking about?
That's the sentence. What does everybody got going on today? How's everybody's morning going so far? I hope everybody's off to a wonderful start. Anybody got anything cool planned for today?
Her Force.
Yes, week 29 of Turf Wars. I'm very excited for dodgeball stuff. Other than that, I got to run a few places. I don't know. I got like a few things on my list of New Year stuff to finish up, so work on that. But like what I want to do, I'm not sure how to do. So I'm still in that stage of like figuring out what the fuck am I doing.
And also, why not you?
Well, there's a few reasons.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah. No, it's been a great start to the morning. It's still
For
probably
real,
about 5.
I don't know. It's sorry, remember it's just answering Mindy's comment.
Yeah.
No, I guess it wasn't a question, but like I just agree that nose dabs and like regularness hit you differently.
Yeah. Okay, so Copsy and I explain it like this. Basically, when you do a nose dab, if you don't have already pre-existing breathing health, problems, nose dabs are fine. And also, you're basically trading a lot of those big, large, hard coughs for a little bit of crying, maybe a little bit of, blowing your nose and stuff like that. But it's definitely more of a head high. And I don't think there's anything wrong with them. I wrote the rules one live on the fly as a joke, and now I always bring it up. But seriously, if you guys don't want to do nose dabs, we do it because it started as a joke for us, and then it just snowballed, and we enjoy it. But if you don't want it, please don't. And this is my serious PSA. If you try it and it's not good for you, don't keep trying it. Okay, that's all I gotta say with that, because don't hurt yourself. Smoke to your own dabbility. Dabbility. That's trademark Man-Bear.
Amber's like nose dab. Yes, I agree, Ams. CJ says CJ says would not recommend nose dabs. Absolutely.
Yeah. That's actually what I was just gonna say. Is I don't actually recommend nose dabs. I just say it's a different way of doing dabs. That's why I say
I recommend not being somebody else's mom and don't tell anybody. That's always been one of my sayings. Is like, oh no, I'm not your mom. I'm not anybody's mom. I'm not gonna tell anybody what or how to do.
No, I just literally, mine's just a safety warning, really, because I've been smoking since like '96. So if there's a way to smoke, I've smoked it.
Oh, absolutely. It's funny. There's the 6 founding members, and I was the 7th.
It was crazy when we were like, ha ha ha, let's do a nose dab. And then pretty much 2 people were like, what? What's a nose dab? Like, we were like, what are you talking about? And then somebody did it and they didn't really cough. And I think that's what started it. Somebody did a nose dab and they were like, oh God, that was smooth. And then the 3 of us were like, okay. And then we all did like a red hot nose dab. We were like, oh, that's and it kind of, yeah.
That's interesting.
Like, and we're still trying to figure out who was on screen, because we don't fully remember. It was me, Coffsey, probably Shadow Deluge, and I can't remember the 4th person, but it's gonna kill me. I don't know if it was Driving Reaper or I don't think it was Cousin Eddie. Fuck, I'm trying to think now. You know when your memories are like kind of like they were there. No, it was someone else.
Oh, I always think phantom memories are crazy when you think something happened and it really didn't. That's weird.
Well, if you want to
go,
right,
you guys. Oh, yeah, what? This is. Oh, I thought this was live. It said it was live. It lied so much.
I mean, technically, all memory is relative, meaning you think your memory is what you think happened, because other people have a different perspective on that moment if they were there.
Dude, these people are swimming.
Yeah, where is that?
The Polar Bear Beach Bash.
Dude, I know. Dude, you should see Vancouver right now. Fucking goddamn it.
Okay, so it's in Kayakos. That is not how, I don't know. Cayucos. Kayakos Beach. Butchered it.
Kayakos?
Yeah, so like January 1st, everyone takes an icy dip in the ocean. I'm out. I'm good.
There's actually, football players, and what was that show Kevin Hart had, Cold as Balls? There's actually quite a lot of benefits to doing ice baths. Yeah, so there's such good benefits. It regulates your blood temperature. There's something else, or high blood pressure and shit. It can help. There's other stuff. There's a few people that do challenges that try to get you to do it. But the thing is a lot of people who make mistakes is they don't have temperature gauges. Get your temperature gauges so you know what you're doing, and time how much you go into your ice baths. I've been thinking about it for real, doing polar bear swims and stuff like that. It's actually really good for you, but it's hard to do and get into.
I'm good on all that. Maybe once, but not like sustained.
Literally, I looked at it in my research as a health reason for doing it, not for like a, hey, let's go Fear Factor style. It was for me, as I actually looked up a lot of what other people are doing when it comes to the ice baths, and it's actually really good for you, especially if someone has a lot of pain and problems like I do.
Let's do our back-to-back track check, and then we'll do our morning speaker. I hope all of you are having a wonderful day. Please don't forget to stop and take a breath.
Hey, take a moment, the world can't wait. Feel the rhythm, let go of the weight. Your strength runs deep, it's always been there. Breathe it in, feel the love in the air. Each step you take is a brand new start. Beanz says you've got the fire in your heart. Lift yourself up, wipe off the dust. In your own strength you can trust. Beanz says just take a breath just for you. Feel the peace as it carries through. Life's a wave, let it lift you high. Each moment glows like the morning sky. Breathe it in, let the calm reside. Find your strength, let it amplify. You're enough and your heart is true. Beanz says just take a breath just for you. The sun is rising, your soul ignites. Feel the energy reach new heights. Challenges fade, your strength will grow. You've got the courage, let it show. Beanz says stand tall, let the world see the beauty and strength that's in you and me. Every breath's a step toward the light. You're the spark that shines so bright. Beanz says just take a breath just for you. Feel the peace as it carries through. Life's a wave, let it lift you high. Each moment glows like the morning sky. Breathe it in, let the calm reside. Find your strength, let it amplify. You're enough and your heart is true. Beanz says just take a breath just for you. Just for you.
Go ahead, Man-Bear.
Do something nice for a stranger.
Yo, it's a new day, time to shine that light. Do something good, make the world feel right. From the Rockies to the lakes, under sky so blue. Man-Bear's got the love and it's all for you. Help a stranger, flash a smile their way. A little kindness can make their day. In this big old world, be the best you can. Man-Bear's got the plan, lend a hand, my man. Be yourself, ain't no one like you. You're rare, you're bold, and you're shining through. Spread that love, make someone's day. Man-Bear's wisdom shows the way. From snowy peaks to skies so clear. Kind words and vibes we all should hear. Stay cool, stay kind, let the good vibes grow. Be the change in the world that we all want to know. north where the spirit stays strong. We roll with love, keep the groove lifelong. Hold the door, share a laugh, it's simple and true. We're all in this together, me and you. Grab your boots and your toque, let your heart take the lead. Every small action plants a kindness seed. Stay real to yourself, let the kindness shine. Man-Bear's here to say, the future's divine. Be yourself, ain't no one like you. You're rare, you're bold, and you're shining through. Spread that love, make someone's day. Man-Bear's wisdom shows the way. From snowy peaks to skies so clear. Kind words and vibes we all should hear. Stay cool, stay kind, let the good vibes grow. Be the change in the world that we all wanna know. Wave that flag, red and white, so clean. We're sparking change, building the dream team. Man-Bear says keep pushing, lift up the crew. Be yourself, ain't nothing truer than you. Red and white so clean. We're sparking change, building the dream team. Man-Bear says keep pushing, lift up the crew. Be yourself, ain't nothing truer than you. Be yourself, ain't nothing truer than you. Take a breath, let this message guide. Man-Bear's words like a beacon inside. Do your thing, let your true self shine. One act of love at a time divine. Take a breath, let this message guide. Man-Bear's words like a beacon inside. Do your thing, let your true self shine. One act of love at a time divine.
I love it, man. Honestly, man, oh man, I love that song, man. Yeah. No, oh, you're talking about fried potatoes, man. You know what we always do? We always try to see if we make a lot of mashed potatoes. We always fry up them mashed potatoes for breakfast in the morning, man. Love getting that nice little like crispy layer, and then like you got the mashed potatoes, the crispy layers. I love that shit. Love that song, Beans. Love it.
I love the fucking tuba bass line.
Oh, right? Yeah. Yes. All right. Oh my God.
Yeah, it's so dope.
Yes, it is. And honestly, you just don't hear a lot of tuba anymore.
Bro, for real. You don't hear any like normal marching band. Like everything's so like. I mean, granted, I know that it's all like virtual instrument shit, but you don't. All you hear is like synthesize-y, yes, and you don't hear like real instruments do anything anymore. I was saying, I've said it numerous times. A baritone saxophone can do a lot. Like that shit can rattle walls if you do it right.
I love baritone saxophone, man. It's such almost, I want to say like it's almost an original instrument because of the things you can do with it. It's not just because, it's a saxophone. No, man.
Or even like a muted trumpet or a muted saxophone.
I love, it's just the sound so original.
Like, if I had to choose a favorite like instrument, like, you know, like what instrument do you want to play? I'd like brass. I want to play I like the brass. Woodwinds are cool. So I'm down with an oboe or two, but
dude, I'm a guitar player. Like, I'm actually a guitar player, and I literally would still take like saxophone lessons or trumpet lessons. Like, I love guitar, but I would love to get like my friend was in a funk band, and I don't know if you know what a funk band is, but there's definitely a trumpet and a DJ. That's what he told me. To get a funk band, you gotta have a
Bill, we're just about to do our morning speaker, man. Don't go nowhere.
Yeah, man.
I mean, unless you got stuff to do, or you. I mean,
yeah.
But all right, here we go, everybody. We'll do a Dr. Scott this morning. Yep.
Not have all the answers. And therapy does not have all the answers. And although the majority of this channel has been and will continue to be focused on breaking down psychological and therapeutic principles, I also know that most of us probably are going to need more than that to get to a really good point with our mental health. I know that I certainly have. In fact, I would even go so far as to say that although I have gotten a lot of mileage out of basic therapeutic concepts, I think some of the biggest turning points in my life have had nothing to do with therapy or psychology at all. They've been almost more philosophical in nature, rules or revelations, or I don't even know what to call them exactly. But they don't fit neatly into any particular school of therapeutic thought. So today's going to be a little bit different. Today, I'm going to share a little bit more of my personal story with you. And I'm going to talk about some things I have learned in my journey in managing my own mental health that have been absolute game changers for me that don't really fit neatly under any other category. These are some of the most important things I've learned that have absolutely helped me tremendously. And I hope that they do the same for you today. Really quick, if you're new here, I just want to let you know my name is Dr. Scott. I'm a licensed clinical psychologist. I'm the author of the book For When Everything is Burning, and I'm the owner and CEO of the North Star Psychological Center, which is a private practice in Eastern Iowa that focuses on treating moderate to severe depression and anxiety. We offer every level of care from individual outpatient to intensive outpatient programming and everything in between. If you happen to be in the area, please consider looking us up. So 8 rules that have changed my life. The first is there's no space for me in this world unless I make one. What I mean by that is I've spent a lot of time in my life looking for the place where I fit in, trying to find like my people, my peer group, I don't know why, but I hate it when people say this, but my tribe. And what I have determined is I don't have one. At least I don't have a pre-made one. What I'm about to say is probably going to sound very like angsty teenager-ish. And the truth is that there is still a little bit of that inside of me. But when my kids were really young, like most kids, they had those like shape sorting games, where it's like a hollow box. And then on the top, there's like a star and a square and a triangle and a circle and a few other basic shapes. And each shape only fits in one space, right? If I were a shape, I would be like, I'd have like a star corner and then a triangle, and then this side would be rounded. And I know I probably sound like I'm trying to say I'm a special little snowflake, but the truth is, I have never been the kind of person who fits neatly into any particular category. I think I just have a mix of personality traits and interests and drives that are just not very typical. And I'm not the kind of person who can just go out and find something that already exists and be like, yes, this is for me. I often find myself in this weird sort of no man's land because, especially at this phase in my life, my daily functioning and my lifestyle look like a mentally healthy person, right? I have a full-time job. I'm able to take pretty good care of myself. I'm able to care for and provide for my family. So it's from the outside, like everything looks fine. But I still on the inside have a lot of the same thought patterns and emotional reactions as a person who deals with severe depression and anxiety. Like that stuff is more dormant than it used to be, but it's still in there for me. And as a result, I still to this day, this might sound weird, but I don't feel comfortable around mentally healthy people. Not, it's not like I feel like they're unsafe or anything like that. I don't really relate to their thought patterns and to the way they see the world, because there's this whole like extra layer of things that I have to process that people who have never been through the kind of things that we've been through just don't really relate to. Even though at this phase in my life, my lifestyle looks like people like that, the truth is I still feel more fellowship, I guess, more camaraderie with people who are at really, really low places in their lives. And that's just where I've always felt at home. That's probably why I do what I do. That's probably why I've always preferred to work with people who have more severe symptoms. But even beyond my professional work, it's just there's never been a place where I fit in neatly. And so what I eventually learned is I have to be the one who creates that. If I don't create a space in the world, and I mean this both physically, but also kind of mentally, if I don't create a space in this world where I feel like I belong, then I just simply don't have one. Like it's me or nobody, basically. And I'm guessing that's true for a lot of you as well. What that means functionally, I think, is going to vary a lot from person to person. But I know one of the biggest pieces of it for me has really been like creating and then living up to my own expectations. An activity that I have people do a lot in intensive outpatient programming is try to create like a one-page job description for what it would take to be you. Like, I know it's kind of weird, but if someone had to, if you were going to like go on vacation from your own life for a year and someone had to step into your shoes and be you, what would the most important qualities or traits or skills that they would need to possess be? And those are the things that I judge myself by. I don't judge myself by other people's standards because no one else actually knows what it's like to be me. I'm a unique being, as are we all, but I think some of us are more unique than others. And I fall probably into the more unique category, if that makes sense. So yeah, that was my first revelation, really, that there is no space for me in this world unless I create it. It hasn't already been prepared for me. I have to be the one to make it. The second rule that I try to live by is an unexciting life in a healthy mind and body, at least to me, feels better than an exciting life in an unhealthy mind and body. And I don't make that statement out of ignorance. I have thoroughly explored both options, believe me. Once upon a time, I felt bored and understimulated and disengaged from life constantly. And I thought the solution to that was to have a more exciting life, to have kind of this wild and crazy party lifestyle. And I tried it a lot and it sucked. It absolutely was a nightmare for me. Partially because I just don't think that's the kind of life I'm built for anyway, but also because living that way took a pretty heavy toll on my physical and mental health, which weren't in great shape before I started that experiment to begin with. And what it ultimately comes down to for me is your mind and your body are the gatekeeper, your health, basically. Your health is the gatekeeper of every experience that you will ever have. And every experience that you have is essentially truncated by your own health status. If you're not in good physical or mental health or both, nothing really feels that good, no matter how objectively good it is. And you can have what looks like an awesome life to other people. You can have this vibrant social life and all these really cool hobbies. Like you can have the kind of life that looks great on social media, right? But no one actually knows how that life feels to you. And at least for me, what I found out was that the compromises in my health that I had to make to live that kind of lifestyle actually created a net negative for me. It was a slow but consistent downhill slide for my overall quality of life. And part of this might be because I'm older now. I mean, I'm 40 years old now, but really, this is something I figured out probably around age 20, 21, and I've been living that way ever since. I live now what a lot of people would probably consider to be a boring life, a pretty regimented life, but I'm a lot healthier. And I get so much joy out of this simple, somewhat routine, so-called boring, which really just means stable and predictable life, than I did out of the wild and crazy party lifestyle. That may not be true for everybody, but it is absolutely true for me that an unexciting life in a healthy mind and body feels immeasurably better than an exciting life in an unhealthy mind and body. The third thing I've learned about mental health specifically is this is a matter of life and death, and I have to treat it that way. As with probably everybody who struggled with depression and anxiety, for a period of time, I just thought like I wasn't tough enough. I wasn't resilient enough. And I just needed to like, man up and snap out of it. And the more I think about it, it's such a stupid perspective to take. No offense to anyone who's in that mindset, because those are very cultural like sayings and ideologies, right? So if you are thinking or feeling that way, it's probably just because that's something you've heard a lot. But it's seriously, it's so stupid. I mean, just think about it for a second. We're talking about a chronic health condition, okay? And yes, I know it's mental health, but the only reason that we separate so-called physical health and mental health conditions is so that the medical discipline can have their relative specialties, because our bodies and brains are so complicated, no one can know everything. It is impossible. So we arbitrarily divide it into these categories to allow medical professionals to specialize and obtain a high level of knowledge in some certain area. But the idea that mental health is different than physical health, so mental health usually means it relates to your brain, right? Well, what is your brain a part of? Your body. Your brain is part of your physical health. Your brain is in your physical body. Your brain physically exists in this world. It is affected by your physical health. It is affected by things like blood flow and oxygen and caloric energy and rest and physical activity. Furthermore, a lot of mental health conditions do affect your physical functioning. Anxiety affects your body, depression affects your body, PTSD massively affects your body. PTSD is probably just as physical as it is mental. So the idea that like mental health is different somehow doesn't make any sense. So if you had, or you may have like a chronic physical health condition, let's say you have diabetes, okay? Would you tell yourself, you know what? My liver just needs to toughen up. I'm not going to take my insulin. I'm not going to watch what I eat. I just need to get used to it. It just needs to learn how to adapt to a normal life. And so I'm going to just not do things for myself. I'm not going to treat my diabetes, and my body's just going to have to adapt. Do you think that would work? Do you think that would help you? Or do you think you would probably die from that? I think you'd probably die from that eventually. Depression, anxiety, any other mental health condition, they're no different. You can't just tough your way out of them. They are physiological. They can be different from person to person, whether it relates to brain structures, brain functioning, neurotransmitters. I may not be able to tell you exactly what's happening inside of your brain, but I do know it's something that's happening inside of you, inside of your body, which means it's arbitrary to say it's a mental health condition. If you don't treat your mental health with the same level of seriousness and urgency that you would treat any other potentially life-threatening chronic health condition, you're going to be in big trouble. You need to take this stuff seriously. It is not something you can just tough your way out of. It is not something that should be on the back burner. It needs to really be at the forefront of your day, as close to all the time every day as possible, or you're probably going to struggle. This is a big thing that we're up against, and we need to take it very, very seriously. The fourth thing I learned is that having no peer group is better than having an unhealthy peer group. Now, hopefully, you don't have to choose between those two, because neither one is great. We do know people are social beings, and even the most introverted among us do probably need some level of connection to other human beings to feel happy and healthy and function and thrive. But we don't always have a bunch of great people around us for various reasons in different phases of our lives. Sometimes we just don't have access to the kind of people we need to have access to. And it's easy to think in situations like that, well, I'll just take what I can get. You know, these people aren't necessarily great influences for me, or aren't the safest, or aren't the most supportive, but they're better than nothing, right? Not necessarily. Nothing is actually, in terms of social support, having none is really kind of in the middle. It's not the best, but it is not the worst either. The people who are around you have overt and covert effects on you. The way they talk, the way they live, the way they think, the way they feel, it all sinks in, and it all feels on some level normative to you. The people around you will pull you in the direction that they are going in. And if they are not going in a direction that is agreeable or helpful to you, you are going to get swept along with them. It's like a gravitational pull. There are so many times in my life when I found myself hanging out with people or investing in people who I knew weren't going in the same direction as what I wanted to go in with my own life. And every single time I thought, I can just be me and just hang out with them, and it'll be okay. And it was never okay. It was never okay. I got into so much trouble. I did so many stupid things. I hurt myself in so many ways. In large part, I'm not going to blame other people for what I did. That's not right. But in large part because of who I was around and what they were doing. Because as much as I like to think of myself as an independent thinker, I am affected by what's around me. We all are. There's no way around it. And having a peer group that pulls you away from your goals and your values and the person you want to be is worse than having nobody. Because if you have nobody, yeah, you're lonely, you're isolated, it sucks. And I know I've spent large chunks of my life there. But you can at least make sure you're heading in the right direction. So if you have to choose between nobody and people that pull you away from your true self, I would choose nobody every single time. The fifth thing I've learned is envy is ignorance. And this is a super important one in the social media age. What I mean by that is it's so easy to get caught up in these patterns of trying to live up to other people, right? Trying to mimic other people's lives and trying to emulate what they have and trying to follow their lead. But there are so many things you don't know about other people's lives, even people you know in person. And a lot of the time, this envy comes from people we've never even met, right? It's like celebrities or influencers or things like that. When you look at the way someone else's life is portrayed, you are seeing the most surface level analysis of what they have. You don't even know if what they're portraying is real, first of all. I mean, I know you guys probably know this already, but there's so much fake stuff out there, whether it's photoshopped pictures, filters on videos, rented mansions and Lamborghinis. I mean, so much of this stuff is just straight up fake, right? Like they literally don't have the things they're showing that they have. But even when it's not fake, you don't know what they gave up to get it. You don't know what it feels like to them to have it. You don't know if they're happy. You don't know if they're healthy. I could give so many examples. But what I want you to remember at the end of the day is you don't know anybody's life but your own. And when you compare your life, which you actually know intimately, to someone else's life, which you're only seeing a surface level view of, you are essentially comparing a reality to a fantasy, because you don't actually know what it's like to be them day in and day out. You're just looking at these little glimpses you have into their life, and you're filling in the gaps with what you think it would feel like to be them. But you have no idea what it feels like to be them. Their life might be worse than yours. I know it doesn't look that way, but that means nothing. I mean, nothing. There are so many times, especially with people I've known, where for some acute period of time, I've thought, oh, this person has something really good. Like there was a couple who I knew, and they seemed to have this amazing marriage, and they were always writing these like poems and love letters to each other on social media. And I remember thinking like, man, are they more in love than my wife and I are? 'Cause we're not doing stuff like that. Like, are we falling behind? Like, are we in the roommate phase? I was constantly comparing myself to them. And a couple of years later, they got divorced. And it changed my whole viewpoint of what I had seen. What I had interpreted as these just genuine, like spontaneous, uncontrollable expressions of love were actually desperate attempts to save a dying marriage. I didn't know that's what it was. I just thought, man, they just love each other so much. I had no idea what was going on behind the scenes. That's just one example. I have so many more like that. And if you really think about it, you probably do too. But just keep in mind, you never actually know what's happening in anybody else's life. Therefore, ultimately, envy is ignorance. The sixth thing I've learned is that it's incredibly important to recognize when advice is impractical for you, even if that advice is scientific. I will give you an example of there's someone I really respect and look up to, but also have to have a big filter with. And that person is Andrew Huberman. I bet a lot of you are familiar with him already. Absolutely brilliant man, puts out a ton of incredible, compelling research on mental health and physical health and essentially how to live our best lives. And he approaches it from a very scientific perspective. Like, here's what the data says. The thing that frustrates me about him sometimes is that some of his data is impractical, at least for me in my life. So there's two areas that come up a lot in his research that I just can't apply. The first is he talks a lot about sunlight, and he talks about the importance of getting sunlight within the first 30 minutes of your day. And I know that what he is saying is technically correct. I've seen some of the same data he's looking at, and yeah, it does help us a lot. But that's not practical for everybody. I mean, I get up at 5:30 in the morning. I live in Eastern Iowa, and it's December. I wake up about 2.5 hours before the sun comes up right now. And there's no way around that, because the mornings are the only time that I can do a lot of the things I need to do before my kids wake up and before I have to go to work. Many of us, that's a specific situation to me, but like, what are you supposed to do? The sun rises at a different time throughout the year. And most of us don't have that kind of lifestyle flexibility, right? Like, you can't just call up your boss or talk to your kids and be like, hey, the sun is coming up later, so I'm going to need to sleep in later so that I'm not awake for too long in the morning when it's dark out. So if you guys could just like not start work until after the sun comes up, that would be great. Or tell your kids, guys, I really need you to sleep in until 8 o'clock because the sun's not up until then. And I can't be up too soon before the sun. So just, if you could just do that, that'd be great. Thank you. You know, I feel like a lot of this stuff is out of touch, honestly. Or this isn't Huberman, but there was someone else I was following. He's like, make sure to get outside and get direct sun exposure every day. It was -20 here not that long ago. I'm pretty sure I'm not supposed to have my skin exposed to that. Like this dude lived in Dubai or something. Sometimes people aren't good at realizing that not everyone can do what they do and that their lifestyle, I don't always like this word, but it's on point sometimes. Some people have a very privileged lifestyle, and in their advice to others, they fail to recognize that not everyone has that.
Hey, good morning, Nature's Remedy. Yeah, absolutely. Those things are fucking dope. I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful morning. We're just hanging out doing our morning speaker, Dr. Scott. Much love, everybody.
Another area that I see a lot of, I think well-meaning advice on, but is difficult to apply is relationships. Like so often I see, here are the core factors of your mental health. It's, sleep hygiene, physical activity, nutrition, relationships is almost always in there. And it always sticks out like a sore thumb to me.
Hey, good morning, Angel. How are you? Hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful morning. We're just hanging out doing our Cove TV morning speaker.
Because it's not one that we have conscious control over, like, oh, when I was making myself in the create a character, I forgot to give myself a bunch of awesome relationships. Like, whoops, I'll just go back and change that. Like I can't just manifest a bunch of awesome, supportive people in my life, kind of like we talked about before. You don't have control over that. And I tend to think that most people who don't have a lot of great relationships in their life, it's not because they don't want to or don't care or don't see the value in it. It's because they don't have those people. And it just always feels really out of place to me to say, oh, you need to have healthy relationships. Like, oh, thanks. Didn't realize that was important. I'll just go have those now. So take everything with a grain of salt, because a lot of the people who are trying to tell you how to live don't actually understand your lifestyle. And although these things would help in theory, you just might not have access to some of them. So try to pick and choose what actually fits and works for you, rather than getting really rigid or perfectionistic about it and trying to live up to standards that just aren't going to work. The seventh thing I've learned, and this one definitely came recently to me, is if you try to do everything, you end up being bad at everything. And what this always makes me think of, this is a metaphor, is a garden hose, right? Take a garden hose and turn the water on full. And if you just hold the hose, even full water pressure, comes out pretty low pressure. It just kind of falls to the ground, right? But if you take that same amount of water and you put your thumb over the end of the hose so that there's just a tiny little opening, suddenly that water's coming out with so much force that it hurts, right? And potentially can even strip paint or siding, it strips things off things. I lost my way there, but you know what I'm saying. It's the same amount of water, but it's more narrowly focused. And when it becomes more narrowly focused, it becomes dramatically more powerful. We are the same in our lives. When you have 4 or 5 different things you're passionate about and a bunch of relationships you're trying to maintain and 3 or 4 hobbies you're trying to keep up with, you end up feeling ineffective at absolutely everything. This is something I see on social media every single day, especially like people I think, around my age, 30s and 40s, who have maybe young kids and are still finding their footing in their career. Is like, you feel like you're failing at everything. You feel like you're not giving enough of yourself to anything, not even one area in your life. Like, how am I supposed to take care of my health and my family and do my job and take care of my house and manage my money and have friendships? I think a lot of the time when you feel that way, I mean, life is hard, don't get me wrong. Like, I think you're always going to feel that way to some extent if you have a lot of things in life that you care about, but it's so easy to get caught up in trying to do too much. And at least for me, I found that cutting down dramatically on the range of things that I care about has made me so much more effective at all the things I do care about. I do still constantly feel like I'm falling short, and some of that's just probably because I'm a perfectionist. But I feel so much more effective in my family, so much more healthy physically and mentally, so much more effective at my job now that I've cut out a lot of frivolous things in my life.
Hey, good morning, here. How are you, man? I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful morning. We're just hanging out doing our Cove TV morning speaker, Dr. Scott, this morning. You're here.
Like, just to give a random example, I don't play fantasy football anymore. And sure, it was kind of fun. And you might think, oh, that's not a big time commitment. Playing it itself is literally a passive activity, right? That other people are playing football and you just watch your numbers go up. But I'm the kind of person who has to be good at everything. So when I was involved in fantasy football, I would do hours and hours of research. I mean, I probably knew more about fantasy football than like mental health. Like I would dive into it so much. And it's just not that important to me. It's fun, but it's less important than doing things that actually matter to me. So that's just one random example of something I cut out. But if you're feeling stretched impossibly thin and you're feeling ineffective at every domain of life, even the ones that really matter to you, put your thumb over the end of that hose. Cut off things that don't really matter and focus your energy into the areas that matter most. You will become so much more powerful and so much more effective. The last thing I've learned, probably the hardest one, is you never know when you'll be doing something for the last time, and you will be shocked at how much you miss it. This one carries a lot of grief for me, but there's two things in particular that I think about with this one, and they both relate to my childhood. One is the farm that my grandparents grew up on, and the other is spending time in Minnesota with my siblings. I remember distinctly the last time I did each of those things, as a child anyway. And I know that in each case, I was in the middle of a lot of teenage angst and thinking about girls and friends and all this stuff. And I just took these really important things in my life incredibly for granted. Had I known for each of those that that was going to be the last time I did them, I would have treated them completely differently. Try to treat this might sound kind of dark and depressing, honestly, but I have gotten a lot of value from trying to treat everything I do like it at least potentially is the last time that I might do that thing. Because I don't ever want to be caught off guard again by that grief, by that realization that like that thing is gone. That thing is gone from your life forever. And the last time you got to do it, you weren't even very mentally and emotionally invested in it. You took it for granted, you let it slip under your radar, and now you don't have it anymore. And it hurts. It really hurts to look back on things like that. I don't have a lot more to say about that one because it's something I'm still working on, to be honest with you. But
Hey, good morning, Smoka. How are you, man? I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful Thursday morning. We're just hanging out doing our morning speaker. We got a little bit left. This is a really good one, though.
and the last thing is you never really know when you'll be doing something for the last time, and you never really know how much you will miss it when it's gone. My two favorite things to do growing up were to go to northern Minnesota with my family and to go to my grandparents' farm. Those were really the only two times I was ever like happy as a kid. And as I got into adolescence, I kind of lost interest in those things. And I know that the last time I did both of them, I was really like aloof and disengaged and just didn't care about any of it. And looking back on it, that might be the biggest regret I have in my entire life. And that might seem like I have a very privileged life. And I suppose in some ways I do. But those things were both just so precious to me. And I completely failed to appreciate when they were coming to an end. I didn't get what I should have out of them the last few times I was able to do them. And I think to some degree, I will probably carry those regrets with me for the rest of my life. So this might sound kind of dark or kind of morbid, but every time I'm doing something that matters to me, whether it's an activity or a location or a relationship, I try to keep some level of awareness that this could be the last time I ever get to do this thing. I try not to go too far with that, because if you get too far with that, it gets really dark and like nihilistic and unhelpful to a person with depression. But you don't want to be completely unaware of it either, because otherwise you end up being caught really off guard by grief you didn't even see coming. I do this with little things too, like my daughter's 7 and she still reads somewhat like children's books. And every time I read a book to her, even if it's, we've read this book 100 times and I'm kind of like tired of this book and would theoretically like to read a different book, I also know, what if this is the last time that I ever read this specific book to her? Or what if this is the last time I ever read to her, period? Because she can read now. So really, she's just letting me read to her to kind of humor her to some degree. And no matter how many times I read Walter's Wonderful Web to her, no matter how many times, no matter how tired I am of that book, I know that 10 years from now, I'm going to see that book and I'm going to just sob openly because I'm going to realize, oh, that's over. That's done. That chapter of your life has fully closed and you're never going to get to open it again except in your mind. And I'm going to grieve that. So I try to treat everything important to me in my life as something that will eventually be worth grieving. Not because I want to be sad about it, but because I want to appreciate it. Because I don't ever want, for the last time I get to do something, to be something I do grudgingly or disconnectedly ever again. Because I've had a really hard time moving past my grief about those two things. And if I did it again with other things that were important to me, I think that would really set me back. So that's.
Hey, good morning, Jeremy. How are you, Boxman? I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful morning. We're just hanging out doing our morning speaker. It's pretty much over.
That's a tool I use to try to more fully appreciate the things that I have today. So I hope that these 8 rules are helpful to you, or anywhere near as helpful to you as they were to me, because all of these have been absolutely life-changing for me. Each one of these has created a turning point, and all of them stacked on top of each other has created an amount of change in my life that is almost incomprehensible. Like I am an unrecognizable person compared to the person I was before I knew these things. And I hope they help you as much as they've helped me. Take care, and I'll see you next time.
That was really fucking good. I liked that one a lot. I enjoy this dude very much so.
Yeah. Is this our new guy or a new guy?
Yeah, this is the new guy.
Our new guy. Yeah. So quickly, just a point. I liked everything you said. Can I make a quick point on all 8? Just like quickly. Like,
yeah. That's fine. I'm gonna get ready. We got Godzilla News Network coming up next, so I'm gonna get ready for that. But yeah, go ahead.
Give me like 1 minute. Okay. Make your own space to fit in. Friends of ours have actually moved because they didn't fit in where they were, and they found that there wasn't a lot of smokers, and they found that they were actually around a lot of people who drank and they weren't into drinking, blah, blah, blah. They physically moved states to get away from an uncomfortable peer group that they didn't fit into. So yeah, 100%. Make your own space to fit in. Healthy body, healthy mind. Hell yeah. That is a big thing that Dr. K also pushes too, is healthy body, healthy mind. And they're not saying you got to go to the gym and fucking get the record on the Peloton and all that. Just do the little things you can do. Everyone has their own health issues. Life or death was just what I wrote down for number 3, but it's true. You have to treat your mental health issues as serious as you would treat your physical health issues, because they are tied together. They are not separate. Mental health and physical health are tied together 100%. Envy is ignorance. Trying to live up your life to others is so impossible, especially when we're on Facebook, Instagram, looking at all these people having these wonderful social media presence and lives. Well, you really don't know these people once the cameras turn off. And we'll say it, you know what I mean? Like, you don't know what struggles they go through. So don't try to live up to other people's, expectations of you or other people's lives, because it'll end up being, horrible for you. Number 6, we're going with when advice is impractical for you. Like I said, with all of these, I agree with about 80%, but there's absolutely 100%, 20% of that does not apply to me. You know what I mean, Beans? Like, it's just it's not within my life, like he was saying, so don't listen to advice that really has nothing to do with you. If you try to do everything, you're going to be bad at everything.
I like that one.
That one I really did write down, because when you're given 10 choices, it literally, that breeds anxiety. I try to, even when this is a funny one, when people always ask, where do you want to go for dinner with your spouse or your friend? You're like, I don't know, where do you want to go? Well, we got Burger King, McDonald's, this place. I only give her 2 options. So she either picks one or the other, or we stay home. It's not a big conversation. Don't breed anxiety with too many choices. Focus on what you love. If you find anything you love and can turn it into a career, do it. Absolutely. Number 8, you will never know when the last time you're doing something is the last time.
I like that one too.
So like I put it the last time I put a diaper on my youngest child was the last time we ever put a diaper on a child. Do you know what I mean? Like when my kid went from diapers to using the washroom, that was, and I know it's a weird example, but it kind of, it's sentimental. You know, even teaching your kids to use the washroom, eventually they just start going there by themselves. I know it's a weird reference, but it's still like, you know, as the children grow up, you notice and you lose all these things. Like you said, one memory, my daughter used to go into the fridge and grab a chunk of cheese when she was 3 years old and just start eating it like it was an apple. We have a video of her going, "Oh, I like cheese." And like, "Would you like us to cut you a piece?" "No, I'm okay." And she just takes a big bite like an apple. That's all I got for you today.
Dope. All right, we got Dodgeball News Network coming up next. Go over our upcoming 4th season of Dodgeball. I hope everybody's having a wonderful morning. We'll do a little bit of pre-ish registration this morning, but as we did with last season, captains will sign up first, and so we'll go from there. Let's go with this one. Cheers, everybody.
Each step you take, you're carving a way through highs and lows. You brighten the day. The world's a stage, and you're the star. No matter the distance, you've come so far.
You're stronger than you think, brighter than you know. Through every storm you've learned to grow. Every moment, every choice you make shapes the world and the path we take. The mirror reflects a soul so true. A light in the dark, yes, that's you. Rise above, let your spirit stay. You matter more than words can say.
You matter, you shine like the sun at dawn. Through the night, your light keeps moving on. You matter, you glow like the stars above.
You matter, you're the spark of love. Every tear, every smile you show paints the canvas where your colors glow. The world feels lighter when you're near. You're the reason for hope, the end of fear.
Lift your head, feel the rhythm inside. The heartbeat of life, a rising tide. Each day's a gift, your story's unique. You're the power, the strength we seek.
Don't forget you're a force so rare, a wave of energy we all share. Keep moving forward, let your soul ignite. You matter, you're the guiding light.
You matter, you shine like the sun at dawn. Through the night, your light keeps moving on. You matter, you glow like the stars at dawn. You matter, you're the spark of love.
All right, everybody. Dodgeball News Network. Welcome back, Dan. Here we go.
Now, good morning, Dodgeball fans, and welcome to a special off-season edition of the Dodgeball News Network. I'm your host, Dan Fielder, and it's a beautiful Thursday morning as we gear up for another exciting chapter in the world of competitive dodgeball. While the courts are quiet for now, the buzz around the league is anything but. Teams are regrouping, fans are recharging, and the anticipation for Season 4 is building with every passing day. It's the perfect time to reflect on the journey we've been on, celebrate the highs, and look ahead to what's next. From thrilling championship battles to unforgettable rivalries, the storylines of last season still echo as we prepare for a new wave of drama, passion, and dodgeball excellence. Today, we'll take you through the energy and excitement of the offseason as the league sets its sights on the future. So grab your coffee, sit back, and let's dive into the heart of what makes this sport so electrifying. This is the Dodgeball News Network, where every morning feels like game day.
All right, this is our dodgeball league for everybody that is unaware or is newish or whatever the case may be. This is our man Dan Fielder. He'll keep us up to date on all of the action week to week on the dodgeball league. So this morning he'll kind of go over all the teams. We'll kind of do like a pre-registration this morning, and just kind of explain how the dodgeball season works with the points and the games and all that such. So I'll hand it back over to you. You're good, Dan.
Let's get started. This offseason brings with it a wave of excitement as the league prepares to welcome 2 brand new teams into the fold. While we'll keep the names of these new contenders under wraps for now, their addition means even more thrilling matchups and rivalries to look forward to. With 10 total teams in the league, the competition is set to reach new heights this season. The structure of the season has also seen an exciting change. We're moving to a 10-week regular season, giving every team the chance to showcase their skills over an extended schedule. As part of this new format, each team will have 2 bye weeks, ensuring every roster gets the rest and preparation time they need for peak performance. Of course, some traditions remain unchanged. The weekend tournaments are still the heart of the league's competitive drama. While wins and losses during these tournaments don't impact your overall regular season record, they play a massive role in the point standings. A gold medal victory adds a crucial 5 points to your team's total. A silver medal contributes 3 points, and the 2 bronze medal winners each secure 1 point. Meanwhile, the Thursday regular season games maintain their pivotal role in defining a team's standing. A win still earns a valuable 2 points, and unlike the tournaments, these games directly impact your win-loss record. These weekly clashes remain the ultimate test of consistency, strategy, and grit as teams battle for position in the standings. With the addition of new teams, an expanded season, and the same high-stakes tournaments and regular season games we've come to love, the stage is set for the most electrifying season yet. Stay tuned as we dive deeper into what's ahead, and keep your eyes peeled for the big reveal of our newest league contenders.
Yes. So 2 new teams, 10 more spots in dodgeball. We're moving to a 10-week season instead of 8 weeks. And every team will get 2 byes throughout the 10 weeks. So every team will play 8 weeks in the season still, but we're pushing that there will be 2 more weeks to dodgeball. All right. Give me 1 second.
Amazing. 2 new teams. Holy crap. That's actually like really exciting, man. That adds such a dynamic to the entire season now. Oh my God.
All right. Here we go.
Now, dodgeball fans, it's time to celebrate a new chapter in the league's storied history. This season, the competition grows fiercer and the rivalries deeper with the arrival of 2 powerhouse teams that promise to turn the league on its head: the Kodiak Kings and the Maple Leaf Rush. The Kodiak Kings, storming in from the icy northern frontier, are bringing a game as sharp as the winter winds they train in. This team is all about agility, quick thinking, and flawless coordination. They thrive under pressure, turning chaotic moments into precision plays. Don't let their newcomer status fool you. This squad is hungry, and they're ready to take a bite out of the league's best. Meanwhile, the Maple Leaf Rush is set to be the perfect foil to the league's established contenders. With a game rooted in endurance and precision, the Rush specialize in grinding down their opponents with methodical plays and unmatched discipline. They don't just aim to win. They aim to outlast and outwit, leaving their opponents questioning every move. If you're a fan of strategic dodgeball, this is the team to watch. These two new contenders don't just bring fresh faces to the court, they bring fresh challenges for the league's veteran teams. The Kodiak Kings and Maple Leaf Rush are here to stake their claim, and in doing so, they've set the stage for one of the most exciting seasons in league history. With the league now boasting 10 teams, every match promises to be a spectacle. And as we dive into the strengths and weaknesses of all the teams, one thing is clear. This season, the road to the championship just got a whole lot more unpredictable. And there you have it, our lineup for the new season, including two fresh faces ready to shake up the league. With the addition of the Kodiak Kings and Maple Leaf Rush, this season promises to be the most unpredictable yet. Each team has its own strengths and challenges, but how will they stack up as the games begin?
All right, we'll go over each of the teams here. Give me 1 minute. But I hope everybody likes the new teams, the new logos. I think they're dope.
Oh, I think they're dope as hell. I love the new logos. It's cold here, man. Can I have some of your warmth? What are you at? I'm still at like 5-ish, I think.
We're at 29. I can give you a couple.
Yeah. I'll take 9. You can go back to 28. Hope everybody's having a good Thursday. I'm very excited for dodgeball.
Yes, I'm super excited for dodgeball season.
I mean, it was weird not doing it, man. It was weird not having dodgeball around. I'm like, all right, nope. It's going to be great. Coming back with 2 new teams. That's incredible. Oh, man. So exciting for the league. Refs are going to really have their work cut out for them this year, adding a couple of teams, more stress to the refs. Less dabs,
right. And we have these aren't new. These are the other season logos. So here we're going to go through and we'll get I got to talk to all the captains and make sure the captains are going to sign up, and then we'll go from there. You can still kind of pre-register for a team, but you cannot be a captain until that captain doesn't want to be a captain, switches teams, or they, I got to talk to all the captains. There's only a couple captains I got to talk to yet, but we'll still do some sort of a pre-registration-ish this morning, because I know that a lot of you are going to stay on the same teams. I know there's a lot of you that, yep. So that's not a worry, but yeah. So here we go. We'll dive into each team and kind of let everybody get to know them if you haven't seen them yet. How about it, Dan?
Let's dive deeper into the teams, exploring what makes them tick, where they've struggled, and what they'll need to bring to the court to claim glory this season. Here's your comprehensive overview of the league's powerhouses and dark horses alike. Chronic Crusaders. Strengths. The Crusaders are defined by their aggressive strategies, allowing them to quickly transition from defense to offense. Their strong throwers and unyielding determination make them a dangerous team in clutch moments. With a never-say-die attitude, they have the potential to turn any match around. Weaknesses. The Crusaders often struggle with defensive recoveries, leaving gaps in late-game situations that opponents exploit. Fatigue during extended matches or high-pressure scenarios has been a recurring challenge. This offseason likely focused on endurance training and tightening defensive strategies to address these issues. Blaze Battalion. Strengths. A masterclass in teamwork and strategy, the Blaze Battalion are experts at dictating the flow of matches. Their quick dodgers and clutch finishing power make them a consistent threat. Resilience under pressure has been their hallmark, especially during critical matches. Weaknesses. Inconsistent aim and occasional lapses in mid-game focus can leave them vulnerable to teams with unpredictable playstyles. Sharpening their precision and maintaining focus throughout games will be essential for continued dominance. THC Troopers. Strengths. The Troopers are one of the league's most adaptable and resilient teams. Their ability to thrive in high-stakes tournament matches is a testament to their strategic depth and composure. They excel in turning difficult situations into game-changing opportunities. Weaknesses. Tactical diversity remains a challenge for the Troopers during regular season games. Their tendency to rely on tournament-style pacing can leave them exposed to faster, aggressive teams. Developing more versatile strategies for all stages of competition could elevate their game even further. Ganja Guardians. Strengths. Renowned for their defensive coordination and endurance, the Guardians excel in drawn-out matches that test stamina. Their ability to craft disruptive counterplays keeps even the strongest teams on their toes. Weaknesses. Slow starts continue to be a critical issue, often forcing the Guardians into reactive positions early in matches. Focusing on explosive openings and smoother transitions into offense could help them dominate from the start. Hash hitters. Strengths. The hitters are a powerhouse team with a unique ability to turn defensive stands into offensive momentum. Their precision in critical plays and ability to rally under pressure make them a formidable opponent. Weaknesses. Their aggressive style, while effective, sometimes leads to unnecessary fouls that disrupt their rhythm. A more disciplined approach during high-stakes moments could help them maintain their momentum and minimize costly errors. Dab Wheel Doomers. Strengths. Agile and lightning fast, the Doomers thrive in one-on-one scenarios and clutch moments. Their exceptional teamwork under pressure allows them to execute precise plays that turn the tide of matches. Weaknesses. Consistency remains a challenge, particularly during the later stages of tournaments. Adapting to rapidly changing dynamics and maintaining focus over extended games will be crucial for their continued success. Terpene Titans. Strengths. Skilled catchers and tactical masterminds, the Titans excel in close matches with their creative strategies and experienced roster. Their ability to outthink opponents gives them a significant edge. Weaknesses. Their methodical pace of play sometimes allows faster teams to dictate the tempo. Balancing caution with a sense of urgency could make them a more formidable contender in high-speed matches. Yellow Submariners. Strengths. Known for their high morale and creative plays, the Submariners are masters of comebacks and thrive in high-pressure scenarios. Their unity and never-give-up attitude have made them fan favorites. Weaknesses. Their lack of physicality leaves them vulnerable against teams with brute strength and aggressive tactics. A focus on building physical endurance and strength could transform them into a more balanced team. Kodiak Kings. As a new addition to the league, the Kodiak Kings are an exciting unknown. While their roster and strategy remain a mystery, their entry into the league promises fresh energy and competition. All eyes will be on their first games to see how they establish themselves among the league's seasoned teams. Maple Leaf Rush. The Maple Leaf Rush bring a sense of intrigue to the new season. With no established track record in the league, their potential strengths and weaknesses are yet to be determined. Their debut games will be critical in setting the tone for their inaugural season. And that wraps up another exciting edition of the Dodgeball News Network. As we settle into the new year, we want to extend our heartfelt thanks to our incredible fans, players, coaches, and supporters for making this league so special. Your energy, passion, and love for the game drive us forward, and we couldn't be more excited to kick off this new season with all of you. With the addition of 2 new teams and the promise of unforgettable moments, Season 4 is shaping up to be the most competitive and thrilling yet. The wait is over. This Saturday morning, the action begins, and we'll be here every step of the way to bring you all the highlights, stories, and drama as it unfolds. From all of us here at the Dodgeball News Network, thank you for being part of this amazing journey. Here's to a fantastic Season 4 and a year full of dodgeball excitement. This is Dan Fielder, signing off. See you Saturday morning as the battle for glory begins.
Much love, Dan. All right, any team captains in the house? I need to hear from Ash. I messaged Copsy. I need to hear from Crystal. I need to hear from Man-Bear. I messaged Zach. I need to hear from Amber. Would you guys like to be captains of your same teams again?
Well, I have something
okay,
to
Angela,
say.
no worries at all. We still love him. He's all good. Go ahead, Man-Bear.
I have something to say. Just like any fast-paced, anxiety-filled sport, there's always controversy in the off-season. Sometimes it's injuries, sometimes it's this and that. Maybe it's family-related. I don't know. But during the off-season, I was contacted by the Maple Leaf Rush and the Kodiak Kings. Now, I've had an amazing 2 seasons as the captain of the Terpene Titans. You guys took us to the finals, and we were so close. So many silvers, so many victories. I feel we still had a winning season. But unfortunately, I'm going to have to pass the Terpene Titan torch on to a new captain, and I will be captaining the Kodiak Kings this season. I would like to be part of the new expansion team. Man-Bear is passing the torch, and I will be going to the Kodiak Kings. I love you all. I can't wait. I can't wait for this season to begin.
Man-Bear, captain of the Kodiak Kings. All right. Amber, yes. Areners for life, she says. Ash says defo, let's go hitters. Yep, absolutely. Crystal, yes, she says. All right. Would anybody like to be a captain of the Maple Leaf Rush or a captain of the Terpene Titans? If you would like to join another team that like Chronic Crusaders, that's fine. We have 4 open spots until I talk to Copsy. Same with the Troopers until I talk to Zach. And then once I hear back from them, we can go on. So,
don't get me wrong. I had an amazing time captaining the Terpene Titans. We had really good seasons. This past season was better than the season before. But, you know, I just want to say that going forward, it's going to be an amazing season. I've always been a fan of the underdogs as part of my decision-making. Not just the Kodiak Kings offering me a better deal, but I really feel that what they had to say to me was really motivational, and I'm looking forward.
All right, so I've got Nikki says she'll captain. Mindy says she'll captain the Maple Leaf Rush. Vicki says so. Giggler says that he'll captain. So do we want to spin a wheel?
We can spin a wheel. It's fair.
I think that'd be the fairest way.
So what kind of wheel? Are we talking about last man standing?
We can do.
It's up to you. You're the guy.
Do you guys want to do last man standing, or do you guys want to do first spin gets it?
It's up to you guys, and then we can't be like, "Hey, it's rigged. We didn't rig nothing."
Yeah. Either way, it's up to you. I don't care how we do it. I'm going to stick to the Blaze Battalion, but we do have 4 people that say that they'll captain Maple Leaf Rush, which is dope. And so Mont and CJ are staying with the hash hitters. I can figure it absolutely.
I really like the new symbols and the other ones as well.
Nikki says either or. I don't. Yeah, it doesn't matter to me. I just want you guys to be happy with however it's done.
Yeah.
First gets it. So I got 1 vote for first gets it. Got 1 vote for last man standing. I'll spin that shit too. Then I don't know if that one's first one or last man standing. So then I have to spin over that. And I'm just spinning over that.
We're gonna be here for a while, folks.
I don't have anything crazy going on this morning, so we can hang out for a bit and do some dodgeball registration.
No, you got it.
I just want to make sure that the captains. Yep, CJ. Okay, so I've got 2 votes for first gets it. So that's how we'll do it. So I've got Nikki, Vicki, Giggler, Mindy.
And just because you don't captain a team doesn't mean you can't.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's sorry. I just want to. Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so Smoka, I'm gonna put you down for second, and if he when I hear back from him or whatever, I'll if he's doesn't want to be a captain, I'm sure that you'd want to be a captain, but I'll put you down on the troopers for now.
He was a trooper last year, wasn't he?
He was a trooper.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Yeah.
So first spin gets it will be our captain of the Maple Leaf Rush. Here we go. Good luck. All of you amazing players. Here we go. First spin is the win.
I like that. First spin is the win. Nice. I see what you did there.
Nikki, congratulations. You are the captain of the Maple Leaf Rush.
Congratulations, Nikki. I can't wait. This season's going to be amazing. 10 teams. Are you kidding me, man? What?
Yes. Okay, Christina says Submariners for life.
Go Rhiners. Submariners. Sorry, this is how the guy says it sometimes. It's really funny.
Oh my goodness, writing down Christina is not as easy as typing it.
No, how many U's and R's do you put? Because when you put on the screen,
it's 1 U and then 3 R's.
Oh, okay, because I'm writing it down for freaking roulette, and I'm like, wait, I just start like going off on the R's or something like.
Okay, so we've got our captain of the Maple Leaf Rush.
Yeah.
Absolutely, Mindy. You can stay with the Troopers. Jeremy, are you still rocking with us? I know you said that you want to stay with the Blaze Battalion.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put Jeremy
pretty
down,
good
I believe.
decision. You guys had an okay season, right?
Yes. All right. And nobody goes on the Devil Doomers. I think we.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Not allowed.
Fuck that team.
Fuck them. Yeah. I know who's on their team. I do. Can you guess?
Me and Topsy have talked about it, and that is something we shall not speak of.
No, I said Dab Time's on it. Oh, I know what you just said. Yeah, you're fucking right. Oh my God, you're fucking right. I'm not gonna say anything, but you're fucking right. You muddy trucker.
Okay,
you're
so
right.
we've got 2 spots left in the hash hitters. Okay, Vicky's she's trading to the Maple Leafs.
Oh, see what I mean? Not just during off seasons, also controversy.
Hey, what up, Will? How are you, man? I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful morning.
Yeah, that's right, Smoka. It may be early, but still fuck the Doomers.
Always fuck the Doomers.
Always fuck the Doomers. Not literally.
I mean, I'm not gonna tell anybody.
No, we're not going there. It's too early.
Okay. Bill and Angela on the Blaze Battalion.
There we go. So if you get Jeremy, you only have 1 slot left too, right? Jeremy's still rocking? You were just saying that. Trying to look. 2. I may have to go inside because my phone is being cold. I got a Canadian phone right now.
And we will do more. I mean, we'll do dodgeball registration this afternoon. We still have a bunch of spots on the Terpene Titans. We still need a captain for the Terpene Titans.
Yep.
The Guardians still need players. Submariners still have 3 open slots. The Kodiak Kings still have 4 open spots.
And if you know anybody who hasn't been around for dodgeball, definitely let them know, because honestly, it's really fun. And I absolutely love dodgeball. I love it. I'm sorry.
We play every Thursday afternoon, and then every Saturday morning and afternoon.
Yeah. Thursdays regular season, weekends tournament play.
Yeah, it's a cool, weird dynamic how it works out, but it makes it interesting.
It does, especially going into the end of the season. The stats really start to matter. You're like, oh, whatever. No, it matters.
If you're in the mix, the 2 points during the regular season can help a lot. But if you are like struggling, you can get a gold. That helps a lot too. So,
oh yeah, that's basically what kept us out of first place, being on the Titans, was we kept getting silver, which is great. Like I had great seasons with them. Don't get me wrong, but I'm hoping with the Kodiak Kings they can take me to the gold.
This is a 10-week season, so it all is points based, and teams will shift as we go. We'll do a Dodgeball News Network every Thursday morning, and then a Dodgeball News Network Saturdays before the tournament, and that's when we do the national anthem, and which we'll probably do double anthems now.
I guess.
Annie, you were on the Guardians last season.
Yeah, it was an all female Guardians. It was the Ganja Gals, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Kels and Annie and Nikki, Crystal. Yeah, and I have it written down. I
know. Yeah, I know. I had it too. Damn it.
Ayla.
There we go. I knew. Yeah, Ayla. Ayla.
All right, we'll play a song, and then we'll see where our registration is at, and then we'll kind of go from there. Let's go.
Gentle waves in a wide open sky, cannabis clouds drifting up so high, rolling
it up slow, light it with ease. Salt air mingles with each gentle breeze. On a boat with friends, laughter's the sound, passing around as the sun goes down. Smoke trails swirl, dancing with the tide, in the cove's embrace, just along for the ride. Smoking on the sea with the vibes just right, with the waves and stars and the moon's soft light. Floating through the night with the Cove Crew near, every pulse and memory clear and sincere. Smoking on the sea, feel the rhythm flow, with each inhale watch the calmness grow. Let the sea rock gently, set your soul free. We're smoking on the sea where we're meant to be. As the ocean gleams, smoke rings rise, drifting into dreams. Grind it up fine, pass it round slow. Let each toke match the waves ebb and flow. No land in sight, just sky and sea. With each puff our minds drift free. Anchors down, drifting in peace. No place we'd rather be, come sweet release. Smoking on the sea with the vibes just right, with the waves and stars and the moon's soft light. Floating through the night with the Cove Crew near, every pulse and memory clear and sincere. Smoking on the sea, feel the rhythm flow. With each inhale, watch the calmness grow. Let the sea rock gently, set your soul free. We're smoking on the sea where we're meant to be. The sea's lullaby and the moon's soft glow. Take a hit, feel the warm winds blow. Eyes half closed, heart open wide. Smoking on the sea with the tide as our guide. Smoking on the sea where the vibe's just right, with the waves and stars and the moon's soft light. Floating through the night with the Cove Crew near, every pulse and memory clear and sincere. Smoking on the sea, feel the rhythm flow. With each inhale, watch the calmness grow. Let the sea rock gently, set your soul free. We're smoking on the sea where we're meant to be.
Cheers, cheers, everybody. I hope everybody's having a wonderful morning. Yeah, I like the new. There's a couple other teams that I was thinking of then, but not yet. But and then yeah, these are not new. We have 2 sets of logos that we bounce back and forth. Maybe one season, some season, I'll create more logos. But right now we've got these. You're muted. Okay.
I like them.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's too cold out there right now.
Right? It's 21 here, so I must have gave you a few degrees. That must not have gotten there yet.
You took a few.
No, it was
Okay.
29.
Oh wow, you dropped 8?
I gave you 8 degrees. It hasn't got there yet?
Yeah, it's the conversion too. I'll probably only get a couple.
Oh, fuck. That's right, bro. You only got like 5.5 degrees out of that.
I mean, I'll take it. That puts me up to what, 10? Damn, son.
Yep, Jeremy, I do have you locked into the Blaze Battalion.
Nice. That's the one I was waiting for too, because I know he really loves the Blaze Battalions. Plus, you guys had an incredible season. I'm excited, man. Dodgeball is always so exciting.
All right. Let's go from here to here. Oh my, what is this? This looks like a good one.
Oh, what do you got? What you got for us today, Beans?
Here we go.
BruceDude.com.
Now in Cub Scouts, if you weren't cutting shit in half with a pocket knife, you were gearing up for the Pinewood Derby race. And if you don't know what a Pinewood Derby race is, well, when you're 9 years old, they give you a block of wood, you carve a car out of it, and you raced against all your friends. Well, the kids would have their own car, and they'd cover them in stickers of their favorite shit that they like. Oh, I got a Pokemon car. I got Ninja Turtles. I got a sweet ass Ted Danson cruiser. You know, from Cheers, the show Cheers. No? Fuck you guys. I'm going to win anyways. Well, this one particular year, my best friend calls me up the night before the big Pinewood Derby race, and he's like, dude, I totally forgot to make my car. And I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. I'm fucking 9 years old, dude. What do you want me to do? I'm pretty shitty with a bandsaw. Okay, my dad made mine, like everybody else. So this dude's bright idea is he's just going to race the block of wood. Why the hell not? Pound some wheels in there. There you go. It's technically a car if it's got wheels. And then he painted some tiger stripes all over it. Like that's gonna fucking fool anybody. He shows up on race day and we take one look at his car and we almost piss ourselves. He's all pissed off. He's like, I'm gonna fucking show those guys. This block of wood's gonna light the track on fire. It's a big deal. It's the fucking Pinewood Derby, okay? Now the most important part for me was the trophy giveaway, okay? Because they gave a trophy out for first place, second place, and even third place. Now, I knew I wasn't going to get first or second, all right? But I thought maybe, just maybe, my Ted Danson car could pull me in third. And my car actually did pretty good. I was within striking distance of that third place trophy. All I had to do was beat my best friend. If I beat him, I got it. I got that raisin-sized trophy. I don't even care. That's the only thing I want, and I'm going to do it. I'll be damned if that fucking Tiger Block's gonna beat my ass. And speaking of which, my buddy's car did absolutely shitty. Okay, it lost every fucking race it was in. It was so damn slow, it looked like it was going back up the fucking hill. People were like, holy shit, that's gonna burn a hole through the track. So we go up there and we put our cars on the track. Everybody's quiet as hell. The tension was so thick you could cut it with a pocket knife. So our cars set off down the track, and you wouldn't believe it if I told you, but somehow this piece of shit Tiger Block of a car got its fucking ass beat by mine. It wasn't even close. I could have raced my car upside down and still would have beat his. And you know why? Because it's a fucking block of wood. And blocks of wood make shitty race cars. So I won third place and got my microscopic trophy. Still got it to this day. Keep it up on the mantle. Let everybody know what the fuck I went through. And as for my buddy, well, since he had such a stupid block car, his mom sold him into child slavery in Nigeria, and we never seen him again. The end.
That's fucking great.
Ended a little dark, but it was funny. Bruce, dude, man, is he feeling all right?
I know the old Brewster voice is weird,
right?
All right, let's go one more, and we'll see where we're at. We're like 3 minutes out from 420. I don't know.
I just didn't want my phone to blow up. It was cold.
That didn't work at all. All right, here, let's try this again.
Cabin leader was a guy named Craig, some hungover college kid that they put in charge of watching 12 children. Well, after talking to Craig, we found out that he knew David's older sister from school. Oh yeah, I know that chick. Hey David, guess what? Craig banged your sister. Whoa, wait a minute, we're just friends. He said he almost couldn't be our cabin leader because he's too busy
banging your sister's brains out. Now, it being December and all, there wasn't really much to do besides pee your name in the snow and try not to freeze to death. They're out there giving us tours of the campground. And right here, underneath this 8 feet of snow, we have something called a lake. A lake is where all the rich kids go to have fun during the summer. And over here, we have a water slide. Water slide's a thing where rich kids have fun during the summer. First day there, we had a wilderness survival class because that's what a bunch of city kids need. Look, buddy, the only thing I need to know how to survive is watching a Cosby Show marathon in my beanbag chair, all right? I'm not looking for the fucking Blair Witch, for Christ's sake. The guy teaching the class, he didn't even want to be there. Pretty sure he didn't know shit about survival at all. All right, the first thing to do when you're out in the woods is to make a house, but like out of trees and shit. Like a shelter? Yeah, shelter, yeah, that's it. Would this be my shelter? Hey, look, there's some berries on the ground. All you kids can eat that. Those are rabbit turds. Are you gonna let me do my job or what? Eat the shit. Protein. One good thing about camp, though, was the food. You pretty much have an open buffet for you to shove your face in. We'd all be outside, lined up in front of the lunchroom, huddled together like we're in fucking Valley Forge. Can you let us in before we start boiling our shoes and eating them? But before you could go in the lunchroom, they'd make you sing songs, you know, outside in December when it's 8 fucking degrees outside, and all you want to do is go inside and eat a goddamn fruit by the foot because you had to listen to Johnny Wilderness all day teaching you how to eat rabbit turds. Okay, everybody, you ready to sing? We're gonna do the shark song. Ready? Baby shark do 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 do. Baby shark do 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 do. I can't hear you guys. Come on, bitch. There's a dead kid over here. Let us in the goddamn building. So if you survived that, you got to go inside and eat. You could eat as much as you wanted, as long as you ate it all. That was the rule. Because if you made it through a whole day without any leftover food, you got a prize. Now, what that prize is, I'll never fucking know. Because we had kids like Josh over there who'd scurry out 9 corn dogs under his armpits, like he's got to feed a family of 9 back at the table. He'd be at like 7.5 corn dogs, struggling, sweating. Oh God, I'm gonna rip my Lee dungarees if I eat anymore. I swear to God, Josh, you better eat that goddamn corn dog. Never pass up on a corn dog. Take my goddamn word for it. I'd say it was right about this time, you know, the 3rd day or so at camp, where I had a thought come to me. When was the last time I took a dump? Hey, David, when was the last time I took a shit? Why would I know that? Well, fuck me, David. I don't know because you're my best friend, and best friends are supposed to keep track of that kind of stuff. What kind of best friend are you? I've been at camp all week, eating like Winston Churchill. I haven't went doo-doo caca not one single time. I should be dead. There should be a no vacancy sign hanging off my ass, for Christ's sake. I panicked. I didn't know what to do. Hey, sister fucker, how do you make yourself poop if you don't have to poop? What? What am I supposed to do, Craig? I'm gonna explode any minute now. Dear Mom and Dad, it's been at least 4 days since I felt the joy of a turd leaving my anus. I believe I may be a wizard of some sort. We've already called Guinness World Records. They said they weren't interested. I'm in constant fear that the slightest cough or sneeze might suddenly awaken an avalanche of shit and kill the entire campground. Hope all is well, your son, the shit wizard. I didn't know what to do, but I tell you what I did. I just kept eating like a pregnant person, shoving it all in. If I go out, I'm going out with these mozzarella sticks. Hell yes. Finally, it's Friday. The week's over. The camping trip's done. My parents picked me up, and we decided to get Burger King on the way home. Well, if that wasn't the straw that broke the camel's little back. Take one bite of that Burger King. My stomach's like, and I'm like, oh God, it's happening. My mom rushes me to the bathroom like I'm about to go into labor. Give me a midwife, anybody. Let me tell you, that dump was something to be remembered. I was probably on there for a good 45 minutes, dealing with the earthquake shits. I get out of the bathroom, feeling unburdened. Holy hell, what the hell happened here? Looks like 6 grown men took a shit in here. Oh, for Christ's sake, somebody give me a shovel so I can chop this thing up so it'll flush. I was telling people at school how big that shit was the next week. They thought I was talking about a newborn baby. It was 7 pounds, 4 ounces, and 22 inches long.
Bruce, dude.
Sorry about that one, folks. It is the morning. Although funny, we didn't know where he was going with that. We thought it was about.
I didn't know where, but that was pretty good. Oh man! All right, yeah. Sorry about that. Disclaimer.
Yeah, what?
Sometimes I don't know what Bruce is gonna say.
Mm-hmm. Bruce too. Mm-hmm.
It's funny. All right, Kossi just texted me. He is going to say Crusader. I figured. Man, that was good. I was laughing pretty hard.
Really don't want to go to camp anytime soon.
For real. All right, everybody. We'll probably smoke one more. Call it a morning show.
Yeah. Hope you all had an amazing morning, man. This year is just going off like gangbusters. I'm so excited. Thank you so much, Bean, for all the new stuff you've been throwing down, the new songs. I love my new track. Honestly, it's amazing. I love your new track. I love Coffee's Round 2. Everything, man. Just absolutely amazing. I can't wait for Dodgeball to start. I'm so excited. Captain of the Kodiak Kings. I'm absolutely excited to start this new adventure. Spread some love and positivity today. Do something nice for yourself. Do something nice for your friend, and do something nice for a stranger. And we'll see you this afternoon.
Much love, everybody. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. It's been a great morning. Great This Day in History. Great Dr. Scott. I enjoy him very much. I think that he is great. I hope you all have an amazing rest of your morning. Please make sure that you're following this Sir Cop Slot page. Thank you, Kelsey, for letting us use this page while the co-fuckery is going on. I believe there's only like a week left of that. Make sure you're following Europe Entertainment. Make sure you're getting in on that Europe away. And if you have any questions on the mystery registry boxes, absolutely reach out to anybody from the Cove and we can help you out and get you your ticket to Planet Europe. Make sure you're following the Man-Bear. Much love, Man-Bear. It's always great hanging out with you every morning and every afternoon. Make sure that you are giving a like and a follow to the one and only Kelsey Dabbs and Magic from Mad Productions. Much love. So excited to have you guys on the team and everything that we got going in the future. Thank you to everybody that helps support the Cove, all the subscribers, the family and friends and everybody. It means the world. It makes all this happen. And Cove TV is truly brought to you by viewers like yourself. We'll hang out this afternoon. We'll do some more dodgeball registration, and we'll kind of get high. Turf Wars tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. You can catch that on this Sir Cop Slot page, on the Europe Entertainment page, and on the Cove TV YouTube. So throw it up on the big screen and hang out and get high with us and watch Man-Bear probably go down his hashtag first placers. Much love, you guys. Thank you guys so much for an amazing morning. And have a wonderful rest of your day. And cheers, everybody.
The morning started with a story to share. Vicki B's history brought us there. From lessons past to hope anew, the morning speaker shared wisdom too. Cove TV's been your morning delight, bringing good vibes to start the day right. To all who watched and shared their time, you made this morning simply sublime. Simply sublime. For watching, you make it bright. Cove TV brings the morning light. From Beanz to Man-Bear, we've shared the groove. With you, the mornings always improve. The mornings always improve. With coffee in hand, or maybe awake and bake, that's the plan. Your smiles, your laughs, your spirit's so kind. You're the reason Cove mornings shine. From Beanz' beats to Man-Bear's cheer, the vibe we share is always clear. We're grateful for you, our audience so true. Mornings wouldn't shine without you. Wouldn't shine without you. Thank you for watching, you make it bright. Cove TV brings the morning light. From Beanz to Man-Bear, we've shared the groove. With you, the mornings always improve. The mornings always improve. Show, it's a family we've grown, a place where positivity's always shown. With every sunrise we'll meet anew. Cove TV mornings are thanks to you. Thanks to you. watching, you make it bright. Cove TV brings the morning light. From Beanz to Man-Bear, we've shared the groove. With you, the mornings always improve. The mornings always improve. Thank you for watching. Cove morning shine because of you. Because of you.
Much love, everybody. I'll catch you this afternoon. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day.